Um, oh, Victor, do you want to do this today?
I said, okay, yeah. Hey guys, Victor from Everything Technology, and today we have Harrison. Harris. I don't know why I always call you Harrison. I don't know
I
why,
get
but
that a lot. Just Harris.
okay,
See, I
Harris.
told you, it's just Harris.
I felt like it was Harrison, but short term
How is
Harris.
it Harrison?
Harris. It just, I don't know. It just sounds like it. So we have Harris Craycraft, awesome YouTuber. I've been watching him for like 2 years. So introduce yourself.
Hey everybody, I'm Harris. You can find me at youtube.com/HarrisCraycraft, and I make videos just like a lot of the guys you follow and girls.
That was a weak intro. Anyways,
I'm new to
oh,
this live game.
yeah,
So how
that's
long? Yeah,
what.
let's go start asking questions.
All right, so this is actually fun fact. Harris's first live stream. That's just a
I don't
fun
know
fact.
how
that we
that
just wanna-
happened.
Okay. First question. Super Text Saying says Drake or Meek Mill.
Drake.
Drake. Victor, how about
I
you?
say Drake too. I've been listening. Drake used to be my favorite.
Have you guys heard of Meek Mill's diss, like his diss track?
I was
Yeah.
That wa- that was so weak. Anyways, but yeah, that was the first question. Victor, do you have any more questions?
Mm. I thought I was going to ask you again. When did you start YouTube, by the way?
November 2012. So it'll be 3 years and a couple months.
When did it start? When did it hit you that you were really growing, and like when you were like you committed yourself to YouTube? When did that hit you? Like around what subs and?
It was my iOS 7 videos, which was at WWDC's in June of 2013. I think I was at like 980 subscribers, and then I uploaded a iOS 7 beta video like an hour after it came out. Got 100,000 views the first day.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I haven't had a video shoot up like that since. It was weird, like my first big videos, and so that's when it happened. That's still my highest sub gain day for one day, and I think that's really what kickstarted it.
Hmm. So
Awesome.
what's your favorite tech device? Someone asked that.
I love my Mac. That's what really started my YouTube career, being able to edit on this guy and having iMovie. That's what I used at first to get started, and that's what I think getting a Mac really helped a lot.
Have
Yeah.
you tried Windows?
I like Windows. I had a Windows computer before, but I just haven't found a laptop anyway, that is right, whether it be the trackpad or the keyboard or whatever. But
Yeah.
I like Windows.
That's what Apple always gets right. Like
Yeah.
simple things like trackpad, keyboard,
Yeah,
Yeah.
both are fantastic.
just yeah. But probably my favorite tech device for me is probably my computer. Like, cause I built my own computer. It's my own thing. It's custom. So I think I have that kind of connection with my device, and computer is my favorite device for me.
I
Like-
think I could. Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, same here. I say my computer. I built it, so.
Yeah. So
Okay.
Harris, have you ever built a computer?
Nope. Not really into that stuff, because a lot of people build computers also for gaming, and I'm actually not a gamer. I lose my attention. I just, haven't found a video game that intrigues me much.
Don't you think you'll save so much more money if you're to build a computer rather than just going out there and buying a MacBook or something like that?
Yeah.
But like, are you like so you're basically like a more of a laptop guy rather than a desktop?
Yeah. Yeah, my setup right now is just my MacBook Pro hooked up to my monitor. So.
Do you have any consoles? You said you're not a gamer, but do you have any consoles?
Yeah, well, just like my family, we got an Xbox 360 and then a PS2 from back in the old days,
Uh,
and then a Wii.
all right. How about what's your thoughts about Windows 10? Like, in particular, like, is there like any feature in Windows 10 that like caught you off guard or amaze you?
No, I think I liked Windows 7. When I saw Windows 8, I just didn't like it. I didn't like the traditional desktop being gone. I think bringing that back was important because I don't know. I just don't like tiles. I just feel like it's not enough customization, and I don't know. I like a traditional desktop, so I like that.
Yeah. For me, I haven't upgraded to Windows 10 yet, and I'm not in a rush to upgrade Windows 10, but I think Windows 10 was a good, solid upgrade from the Windows 10,
Yeah.
Windows 8, which was a failure. So,
Hmm.
yeah. Um,
I can't upgrade to Windows 10. I'm screwed because like the version of Windows I have is the one that you get free as a college student, and my sister's a college student, so I was able to get it for free, and I didn't want to pay $100 for it, so I can't upgrade, but I guess I have to pay for or renew and get like a different version of Windows, and then I'll be able to upgrade for free. So I'm screwed.
that sucks. Um, I have one particular question. Harris, how do you do your hair every morning? That's just a random question, because your hair is on fleek. Oh, is he?
I think Harris
So I
just.
use what's that?
Am I the one who can see Harris, or just my Wi-Fi?
I can't see Harris either. Oh wait,
Mm,
yeah,
Okay, there it goes.
he's
you
so
see me?
dead. But yeah,
Usually I use American Crew hair cream.
do you recommend that?
You recommend it, like $13 on Amazon. I've been using the same stuff for like a couple years. I
You
like
should
it.
try it, Tayo.
What?
I said you should try it. I can't do it on my type of hair.
Yeah, you can. You just have to dream about it.
After what?
I said dream about it.
Oh yeah, you're correct. So somebody was wondering how old are you?
15.
I was surprised too.
I was surprised too. I thought you were 17.
I'm older than Harris Craycraft, guys.
Me too. By 5 days.
Where do you see yourself in 2 years? Somebody's wondering.
2 years. Let's see. I will be still in high school. Well, I'm a runner, so cross country and track, so I'll definitely be running a lot. Um, Basically, nothing much changing. Hopefully, I'll grow my channel. Maybe 100,000 subs by then. Nothing changing too drastic.
I knew you were a cross
Is
country.
running a passion or is it something that you just like doing? Just a hobby?
Um, for the commitment I put into it, I couldn't call it a hobby. I've been running since 7th grade track. Right now, summer training, I'm putting in about 50 miles a week. So, yeah, it's like a full-time thing right now.
Any plans on going to the Olympics?
I
Yeah.
don't think so.
You have to have faith in yourself.
You never know. One day Harris Craycraft could be in the Olympics.
Yeah.
And then I could actually say I know someone who's in the Olympics.
Yeah.
So, somebody asked, what's your 5K run time?
Last year, 18 minutes.
Wait, what's
Well,
5K? Is that 5 kilometers?
5 kilometers?
Yeah,
That's like
3.1 miles.
18 minutes.
Yeah.
18 minutes. That's crazy. That's like 6 minutes per mile
Less
consistently.
than that. It's 5:49.
5:49 a mile consistently.
Yeah. Well, my best race is the mile.
Wait, what's your
That's
mile
okay.
time?
4:38.
Victor, do you hear this guy?
Yeah, I hear this. I am slow. I'm like twice.
4:38? Your mile time?
But I just started jogging. I never like run or anything.
Wait, what? That's so crazy. That's so crazy. Cause my best mile time was 5:38, and I thought like that was really good, but 4:30, that's crazy. I don't.
Never than you.
But why do you do running? Isn't that like what motivates you to run?
Um, Helping out the team. We've really, all my teammates and I are close together and we work together. I have talent in it, so I work for that. And my dad was, it's kind of in my family. My dad was a marathoner, and he ran everything, all the events, and was awesome at all of them. So it's kind of a family thing, kind of just my sport, and I'm into it. So
I'm guessing you're the fastest in your team for your age, or just in general.
in track, no, I'm second man. In cross country, I'm the fourth man.
Alright.
Wow.
Dude, Super Tech Saiyan also asks, do you sprint? Do you
Nope.
sprint? You don't. You're just a long distance.
Yeah, the 800 mile and the 2 mile in track, and then 5K in cross country is the only event.
All right, that's cool. There's was one question. Victor, would you ever run SteamOS?
I mean, unless like I built a PC, I mean, it's basically just building a PC and then turning it into a console. So no, because you're only restricted to only playing games on Steam.
SteamOS, that's a very niche product. Like for people that are like hardcore PC gamer, maybe that's a choice, but still, SteamOS isn't like for us. So yeah. Um,
So what? Okay, so all right. I was just about to ask you.
oh yeah, what do you guys think about the OnePlus 2?
All right, what do you think?
I think initially it looked kind of weird, the back,
Yeah.
I thought. But that's the same thing I thought about a lot of phones. Like I remember the Nexus tablet, Nexus 7 looked weird to me, but then I got it in person, it looked okay.
Yeah.
So I guess once I tested it out.
Yeah, same for me. Like when I saw the renders and like the leaks, I thought it was hella ugly. Like this is really ugly, but more I look at it, more info I get, it's not that bad. For me, it's not that bad. And
Yeah.
the ability to have removable backs to like bamboo and stuff is pretty cool.
Yeah, it's kind of like the Motorola swappable back
Yeah.
covers.
And
So
it's much
what
more
would you
to get it
prefer?
out.
Would you prefer the new Moto X style or the OnePlus 2?
Ooh.
Price doesn't matter at this moment. Like, which one would you prefer?
The
Period.
style is 5.7 inches, right?
Yeah.
Yes. No. Hold up. Is it
Yes,
5.7?
it's 5.7 inches.
For real? It's that big?
It's that big, yeah.
Yeah. I see. I don't know why everybody's making such huge phones. Like they
It's
just
just-
feel they have to increase the size. Like what happened to a 5-inch screen or 5.2? That's my.
Yeah.
I think I'd prefer the Moto X. I just like what Motorola does, but I love CyanogenMod on the OnePlus. I think that's awesome.
Yeah.
Speaking of phones, what's your current daily driver?
iPhone 6.
Same here. I just switched from an Android.
Yeah, I'm so into the iPhone ecosystem. My family uses I have my Mac, iMessage, iCloud syncs so well, and the apps. Like if you compare Android to iOS, the apps are just crap on Android.
Oh my gosh.
you know,
I had a whole
Victor has been ranting about that for like years.
I had a whole
like
rant
look at this.
about that. And people
This
like,
is
people
good.
like people were trying to deny that fact, but I had a whole rant about that. I should make a video completely dedicated to that. Every single app, the Instagram, Twitter, it just works better. It doesn't crash. It just
Yeah.
works perfectly.
Yeah. And
Like,
look at this. You can fit 3 tweets on an iPhone or 1.5 tweet on an Android phone, and the Android phone is bigger. Like, it doesn't make any sense. They just make everything bigger. It's because it has to fit, like, the hundreds of Android devices on the market, whereas the iPhone is only one or a few different sizes.
and like when app developers, they like focus on Apple, and then they just do Android as a like, oh yeah, let's do Android now.
Like one app that makes me mad is the Periscope app on Android. It looks really good, but once you start using it, like I have pretty good Wi-Fi speeds, and the quality's crappy. And then I get on my iPhone or iPad, and it looks so much more better.
Yeah.
The app integration is so much more better on Android. I mean, not on Apple. My bad. I just yeah. I don't. I think.
And speaking of that ecosystem, once Apple lock you into that ecosystem, it's extremely hard to get out. That's like Apple, you know, and I think that's pretty smart.
Mhm.
But oh,
Oh, he's back. All right. Can you hear us, Harris?
Yep.
All right. All right. So, what was I about to say? Are you
Um,
jailbroken by any chance? You probably are.
I love jailbreaking, but for my Apple Watch, I upgraded to 8.4, and then the Mac release available for the jailbreak for a while, and ended up upgrading to the iOS 9 beta. So currently no, but normally yes. I love jailbreak.
Yeah, I'm jailbroken too. I love it too.
Also, jailbreaking is much more easier and simpler and faster and better than rooting manually.
Period. Just because there's so much more developers who actually care for Cydia.
Yeah, you plug in your phone, that's all you have to do.
Yeah. Kind of lagged out a little bit.
Yeah. Is Harris there?
Mhm.
All right,
Yeah.
it's
Can you guys
because
see me?
your screen keeps turning black. I think it's because like your Wi-Fi, like it's like your quality is like really good at one point, and all of a sudden it's not as good. I don't know what happened.
Yeah. Are you there? Let me see. Yeah, he's just
Okay.
pixelated.
All right, yeah,
Anyway,
Should I adjust my bandwidth maybe?
probably.
probably.
What your guys is at?
Mine is on high, but there's a way you could I guess you could put it a little bit lower since.
I'm on medium right now. I just switched. I was on high.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it's better now. I mean, not lagging as much. And then what else?
Um, do you think drones are useful or like just cool?
They can be useful if you're gonna like, if I don't know any specific examples in my head, but it can be useful. But I think right now it's just kind of a novelty.
Yeah, but it's pretty cool that like Amazon, like Domino's, they're trying to implement drones, but it's interesting to see how government like handles drones and like the laws that they create.
I feel like it's gonna happen eventually, but then again, it's probably not gonna happen. I mean, yes, it could happen. There's just as much risk to drones than there is to like airplanes, cars, and all that stuff. So it's probably gonna be there in the future eventually. It has to be.
But
So
speaking of that, what do you think is going to be like the next big thing? Is it going to be virtual reality, drones, or like augmented reality?
I don't know. I think I think the second to next big thing will be smarter cars once Apple gets into the game. Um, but that's not really an average consumer type thing. That it's not going to go mainstream because I mean, how many people buy a car every year? Like,
Yeah,
maybe
that's
10% of adults. So
so okay. Um, there was one question. How tall are you?
5'8" and change.
we're the same height basically. Where are you most active on social media? What's like your favorite social media app?
Twitter,
Twitter.
Twitter?
Second from that,
Instagram.
agreed. Same here.
Right? Follow yours.
But for me, no, it's more no, it's Instagram than Twitter for me.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't. I recently just re-downloaded Snapchat, and it's alright, I guess. I don't use it daily. It's just to connect with people.
Mhm. Um. What else? Let's see.
Oh, Harris. What's your thoughts about the new Moto G since you already have it?
Yeah, I have it. I think it is really awesome. Like honestly, I've been using this for like when did I get it? 3 days ago. I've been using this basically not with the SIM card since that's my iPhone 6, but I've been using it for everything else, and it's awesome. I mean, it's snappy. I love the software. It's a good size. The screen is fine. The camera is really the only bad thing.
Like, wait, how many megapixels is the camera?
It's 13, which
13?
yeah.
But,
Oh,
but
but
Android, especially Motorola specifically, they just suck when it comes
Yeah,
to.
I mean, plus $179 phone. I mean, 13 is point and shoot range, so obviously it's not
Yeah,
gonna be great.
it's still pretty solid.
Yeah, it gets the job done. The front-facing camera is 5 megapixels. Um,
How is
the
that
battery
front?
life's really good.
Mhm. How does the front-facing camera compare to the iPhone 6? Is it laggy? by any chance, or is it just like?
Haven't really heard them. So I'll take a selfie now. It's about the same.
Bro.
Better quality.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Pretty.
What do you think? Do you actually who takes selfie on a daily basis? Cause I don't.
I Snapchat my friends on a daily basis, so that's me.
I don't Snapchat as much as I should be Snapchatting, but I don't take selfies a lot. I attempt to, but then like it doesn't work
It's so
out.
weird. The experience for me is like I don't know. It just makes me feel weird. Like I don't want to see myself like that. I don't know. It's just me. It's just me, probably, but it's just weird for me.
Mhm.
Why is there no love for Sony phones, Victor?
Oh yeah, why is there no love for Sony phones?
Because they don't bring them to the U.S. Like,
that is true.
was
But
the Z3 even on the U.S. markets?
Z3.
No, I don't think.
No. They
Yeah,
went. Yeah, with AT&T
it was,
like
it
few
was on
months
T-Mobile.
or like
Yeah,
few.
just T-Mobile. But who is T-Mobile?
I have T-Mobile.
Okay. Who else has T-Mobile?
T-Mobile is awesome. It's a feature of carriers.
What? He always says future of technology on his like and everything. Oh my gosh, this iPhone, it's revolutionary.
That's what I do when I'm trying to defend myself or defend the iPhone. I'm trying to be like Apple here.
Cause everybody else uses Android.
Cause yeah, everybody else I know uses Android, so I mean, except like my friends, like my real life friends, yeah, a lot of them use iPhones, except you guys use Androids. But I love the switch from. I mean, I want the 6 Plus because I just prefer the bigger screen. But then I just love how iPhones work, and I love having a jailbroken iPhone.
I don't know why. Like the six, even though the 6 Plus has a 5.5-inch screen, when I held it in hand, it's ginormous.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
is. It's because of the bezels. Yeah.
It's ginormous.
Like if like it compared it, I compared. Okay, it has the same size screen as a G4, and the G4 is like the same, almost the same size as like.
Yeah, the G4 was like around the same size as my HTC One 8.
Which is crazy. And then what else?
See, I have, yeah, here's the G4 and here's the
And then
N9.
which is fun, and it's the same size. Okay, I have the Note. I also have the Note 4, and the 6 Plus is the same size as the Note 4, but the Note 4 has a .2. It has a 5.7 inch compared to a 5.5 inch on the iPhone 6, and I think Apple needs to work on bezel on the iPhone 7. I don't think they're gonna do it on the iPhone 6.
Yeah, they're keeping the same form factor, except
Yeah.
maybe a little thicker.
Yeah.
I remember when there was like back then when there was a rumored touch home button. That never happened. I wonder if that's gonna happen eventually. I don't know. So are any plans on getting the 6S?
Yeah, I am. I have an AT&T Next plan since they like jacked up all the prices, so they like basically forced me to it. But that means I can upgrade every year, so I'll be getting 6S.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
What do you think is going to be on the 6S?
I think it's gonna be a fairly solid upgrade. Force Touch will be cool. They will definitely have that. Improved camera, like a screaming fast processor. Hopefully better battery life.
Yeah.
And then iOS first. I hope they make 32 gigs the default model.
Oh, they don't have 32 gigs as default?
Now 16, 64, 120.
What?
Apple is still not on that level yet, you know.
Yeah, I have a 64 gig iPhone 6.
Have you used Apple Pay, by the way?
Yeah, I used it, I think, once at Panera. I didn't find any places that use it.
I haven't really tried it yet, but it seems pretty cool. But it doesn't work with my banking.
What?
Like, I put in my card number in, and it said like this bank is not compatible with Apple Pay. So I was like, okay, that's fine.
Do you think Apple Pay is seriously going to be a big thing?
Do you think payment phone is gonna be a big thing in the future?
No.
Period.
No?
I see it
Not
happening.
really.
I'm in the middle.
People carry credit cards and cash with them. It's just what people do.
What do you think? Smart credit cards are gonna be a thing then, if mobile
No,
payment is not?
I don't see the mobile. I don't see the payment changing much in the future.
I don't know. I'm in the middle. I feel like it. I mean, so much. I don't know.
I totally agree. I don't think it's gonna be a big thing. It's like one of those like niche.
I feel like it could go either way, but nobody really is focusing on it. That's a point. But
Yeah.
I mean, they're focusing on it, but nobody seems to care in the first place. So
Yeah. Like
I
even
see it
one
going
plus
either
two, one
direction.
plus two doesn't even have the NFC to even pay. And what do you guys
Yeah,
think about like one plus two having not having NFC? Is
I
it
think.
actually
They said some back covers could add compatibility.
really?
And and I think they. I don't know.
Cause
But think about it. Even if they don't have NFC, do you even use NFC in the first
I
place?
don't use it.
No.
I
Nope.
don't
So
care.
nobody should complain about not having it. It sucks
Yeah.
that it doesn't on the low, but nobody uses it. So
Yeah. I mean, to pair a speaker, that saves 10 seconds.
yeah,
You can just
exactly.
pair it manually.
Even
Yeah.
sometimes it doesn't even work perfectly when I try to pair with my speakers. So I just
HTC One is like it did have NFC, but it doesn't work for me. Like what the heck? I'm sliding my phone
yeah,
down.
it doesn't work well enough. Watch,
So
NFC is gonna be a thing once Apple starts implemented it and like start doing
Yeah.
commercials on it. Watch, that's when people are actually gonna care. Cause nobody cared about Google Wallet, but now all of a sudden people care about Apple Pay. Nobody cared about like certain things. Next thing you know, Apple implements it on their phone. It's a new thing. That's just how Apple has a lot of impact on people.
yeah, Apple has basic control has the control of making stuff a trend. Like
Yeah,
ooh,
Yep. I mean,
fingerprints scanner a trend.
once Apple makes it, because Apple has so much control. They have such a
exactly.
wide fan base. They don't make risky decisions very often. So if they implement it, they know it's going to be something that's
That's
going to go
that is
mainstream.
what I love about Apple. They okay. Apple, I mean, when I remember when mobile payment came out, like, yeah, I mean, it was a hype for like a couple of days, and then, and then the thing is with Apple, they usually perfect it. Like,
Hmm.
they get things last, but they perfect it. They
Yep.
make it better than it was. Like, they perfected Google Wallet. They perfected. If they released their first fingerprint scanner, it's still better than most of the flagships that are releasing fingerprint scanners now. They're just good at what they do. They don't release things until they know it's perfect. That's what I like about them. But other companies, they don't think. They release things that they know for them, even themselves using the phone, that it sucks. Like,
Yeah.
I don't understand some companies. So they don't think before they do some things.
What do you think is going to be? Do you think the One Plus Two event was probably the most exciting event or like the most hyped event this year?
Um. Yeah. Maybe. I mean, they had like what 1 million people signed up for it.
Yeah, they had like 1 million invites in 72 hours.
That's pretty. It's really good. I
What
mean,
did you guys think about the VR experience of the event?
Well, I just watched it on my HTC One M9, and I didn't have a VR thing, so I just watched it normal and kind of spun around my chair, adjusting it.
yeah, it
So
didn't. It didn't work too good for me. Like it didn't work really good. It didn't work the way it should work on my Note 4, but I tried on the Idol 3 and it worked pretty good. And speaking of phones, how many phones do you have, Harris? Because I know you have a pretty good amount of phones from your videos.
all right, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Well, I have 5.
I have
So
one.
any
What
of them,
phones?
any of them sponsored? Do you have like name? Do you have like a couple sponsored, or do they come straight from your pocket?
Um, I purchased all of them. The Galaxy S6, I don't have that, but when I reviewed it, I got that review unit from AT&T, and then of course the G4 LG sent
Yeah.
out.
Well, Victor's probably went to a strange island, so let's answer some pretty cool questions. Luke asks favorite virtual assistant. For me, it's Google Now.
Yeah. I like Siri's nice, and I think it works pretty well. But Google Now, just having that information on one screen is pretty cool.
But I don't use Google Now at all.
I
I don't
actually
use
like.
Google Now or Siri. Like
I
virtual
like.
is I don't use it.
At first, I thought Siri was better until I started using an iPhone, because I would ask it some questions and it wouldn't be able to answer it for me. So I use, like, I usually use Google Now more often than
Do you guys use virtual assistant on a daily basis though?
no.
Not daily, but like semi-daily, just like telling Siri to set a reminder or text
Yeah,
somebody.
yeah, I use it like for those type of things too.
Yeah, because I don't use it, and I don't care for me.
But the
I
thing
don't
is, on an iPhone, you just hold down your home button and Siri launches. On an Android phone, unless you have like the voice thing turned on, you have to unlock it, like hold down the home
Or
button, go to Google.
or you could jailbreak and do this. Hey Siri, at any moment, and it works perfectly.
Oh
Like it works
that
way
un-
better than saying okay Google on Android phone. Reasons why I like Apple. Like it truly does work way better than just saying okay Google. Like you know how
But you
like
have to be jailbroken for that.
huh?
You have to be jailbroken for that,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's why I love
unless your
it.
phone's plugged into a charger.
Yeah, but you could do that. Yeah. Why why do they do that?
Why do they
'Cause
do
it
that?
probably kills battery life. That's why.
Yeah, because you probably have to have like the mic turned on like at a given moment. So probably when the device is charging.
Somebody's wondering when do you think when? Okay, I guess this is in general. When do you guys think 4K is going to be a standard?
Standard,
Hmm
2, 3 years. 1080p is affordable. History now, you can get a good 32-inch 1080p TV for $20. Like, someone's making it for 5, 10 years. So
Harris, you're kind of cutting off. Hello.
alright.
All right.
You hear me?
For me, I say it's gonna start being a standard in like 2 to 3 years, but it's not gonna be completely a standard until like 5 years. I predict that.
Cause like a live stream a long time ago, we asked Armando when when his DSLR is going to shoot 4K at a budget price, and he said it was going to be like at least 5 years. So like 4K probably around 5 years for me.
Because thinking about it, like the only people who really do care about 4K and probably who do know what 4K is people who know tech like us. And
Yep.
other
Yeah.
average consumers, they don't even know what a 4K TV is, nor do they care about it.
I've talked to a lot of photographers, and I've mentioned 4K, and they say, "What is that?" I'm like,
What?
Are you
go search MKBHD.
Dang.
Yeah, 4K isn't well known at all.
Yeah. So
That's what's not.
People, the average consumer does not care about resolution. Like they don't care if it's 400 pixels per inch or 50, as long as there's not big pixels in front of the face.
Yeah.
That's why I need this 2K screen thing that's going on. Battery life, who cares? It just annoys me.
As long as it just looks good, that's truly what the
Yeah.
Apple does. Like Apple didn't even release their first HD display until like the iPhone 6. If you guys didn't know that.
is it
iPhone 4, man. That came on the iPhone 4.
really?
iPhone 4 still has a really good screen.
Yeah, it's Retina. That's Apple.
That's the thing. It's not even HD, but it has Retina and it looks just like a normal HD display.
Yeah.
Because the iPhone 3GS was like 960 by 540, and then the iPhone 4 brought Retina, which was
Yeah.
1280 by 960 or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, there is already DSLRs that go for $800, but then I know what you're talking about, the G7. I hate on the G7 all the time. I don't like the G7 period. I don't know, that's just me.
The
I don't-
G7 is interesting because two of my friends have it, Anton and Kevin, and I don't really notice the difference between their previous camera. Like the Anton had the D3 100, then came to G7, and I didn't really notice the difference.
Like I see a difference, but it's not something I'm like, whoa, this is some real 4K stuff. This is 4K for $800. I just see 1080p for $800. I don't
Well, like
see.
watching channels like Dom Esposito and
Yeah.
Marquez and
Yeah.
stuff, like their videos are awesome. They're so
Yeah,
sharp.
those are like crispy.
Nah, that's real 4K. That's why I would not spend
Like
$800.
Danny Wingate and
Yeah, those
everybody.
are $5,000 to $10,000 cameras. It's like, oh, like that's just teasing us watching that because that's not even like in the budget.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I want that though. It looks so
Mhm.
sharp.
Yeah.
Like when they show, just a phone, you can like see it so well. It's like
Yeah.
getting new lenses, new contacts. What it looks like.
Yeah. Wait, what camera are you currently rocking?
Canon
60.
60D.
Yeah. Didn't you buy it from John
Yeah.
from TLD?
Yep. And well, he told me it was in great condition, and I got it. There was a scratch on the screen, dust on the lens. Some of the grip was peeling away. So thanks, John.
Damn.
Yep.
Did you complain to him? Like, what the heck?
I don't think I did because he like stopped replying to my DMs.
Really?
Yeah.
He just shut you out after the deal.
He just wanted your money. Wow. He
It was
doesn't
really,
talk.
it was really disappointing because like I looked up to him and I was like, wow, I thought he was pretty cool, but then that happened. That slightly lowered it for me. I still like him. I don't take it personally. But I just wish he would have, mentioned the scratch on the screen
That's
because now I can't sell it for very much.
John doesn't really talk to anybody like that. Like I've tried. I'm pretty sure I've never tried contacting him, but I don't know anybody who has in contact with John other than like bigger YouTubers.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was just because he posted a picture on Twitter, and I told him I was interested in buying, so he followed so he could DM me, but then he
Unfollowed.
unfollowed afterwards.
Oh wow, that's messed up.
Well, he was just following.
Did he at least check your channel out?
No, I don't think he did. I should have made that part of the deal.
Yeah. Subscribe to
Just
my
wanna do-
channel. Then we
Yeah,
have...
be like subscribe to my channel forever, and I'll buy your camera.
Oh, no. I'll make
Send me
it
pictures in
I'll make it,
4K.
$1,000 if you do a collab. 1,000 plus collab. Like, that's
Send me
a big deal.
That a collab that'd be worth so much. You'd probably get hundreds, if not thousands, of subs.
Yep. I'd be like, yeah.
'Cause I was like a glimpse in one of the TLD's videos, like the Apple Watch, and I gained like 2,000 to 3,000 in like 3 days. Just a glimpse of it.
Went
And
to CES.
Yeah. Are you going to CES, by the way, next year, Harris?
Nope.
Why? Do you don't want to or?
I'd love to, but it just wouldn't work out for me to get over there. I'd have to get a plane ticket and hotel and all that'd be super expensive and all that. So. Plus, I'd miss school, and I'm just not a fan of missing school. So much stuff to make up.
Yeah.
But it's so worth it.
But so I'm guessing you're gonna probably end up going senior year or when you graduate. That's what I'm guessing.
Yeah, I hope so. Maybe I'll start getting invitations or sponsorships from companies to pay the plane fare, like
Yeah.
Dom did from D Brand to
Yeah.
whatever that most recent event was.
Yeah, I could see that. I could see that happening. You're at 20-something K.
She'll be hitting 25 tomorrow or so.
Awesome.
Wait.
Oh yeah, speaking of, we were talking about cameras. What lens do you have on your 60D, or what lens do you? Yeah, you.
Most of the time I use the K18 to 135 lens, but then I also have the 50mm 1.8. I really like it. I love the depth of field, but I just hate having to. It's such a cropped sensor.
Oh yeah,
I hate having to be so far away.
Nikon.
Cause yeah,
35mm f1.8. And
that's what I love about Nikon.
It's a 35mm f1.8 is perfect for me.
I don't know much about lenses. Like I don't know much about cameras. I don't know too much about lenses. Like I know how to use it pretty well and change all the settings, but I don't know about lenses, like all the different types and stuff. Like I don't know much about them.
Like I'm now just learning about that stuff too. Like I've never really cared for it, but I'm gonna need it in the future eventually. So I've
Yeah.
gotten into that stuff a little bit.
Harris, so do you color correct your videos?
No.
Color.
Mm-mm.
You don't?
No.
That is the first YouTuber who's at 20K and I mean over 20K and says they don't color correct because like everybody we've had on here, they're like, yeah, we color correct. Yep. But then I don't see why people color correct in the first place. I
Yeah.
mean, what's wrong with why would you buy a 4K camera that needs color correction? Or why do they? I don't know. I don't
Because
know. That's
they,
'cause they
they
shoot
want
fun.
it to turn out a certain way, and they change it because they want to be satisfied. But to me, like I can't tell the difference between what's been color corrected and not. Like they both look fine to me, but
Yeah.
they want
Yeah.
it to look realistic, and they have their vision and their creative mind that they want to get to.
I mean, I think like people color correct because it makes them feel, professional for some reason. Because I don't think it's necessary, to be honest, to shoot in flat and color correct. I think it's gonna look the same or close to the same regardless. That's
Yeah,
just how I
I
see
guess
it.
some people like you guys know Matt Pierce.
Yeah.
Yeah, map
Yeah,
here.
yeah, he's like really big into cinematography and stuff like that. So he's a guy that like he sees like the differences and knows the difference. But I guess like towards the average consumer and video producer just doesn't notice it. But I will do some color correction if I notice that like something's just not right or seems
Probably
unnatural.
inevitable that we're gonna start color correcting because there's gonna be a point where we can't upgrade anything, and then the only thing we could upgrade is by color correcting. That's what I think.
Yeah.
Um, Harris, are you interested in soccer at all?
Soccer? No.
What sport? Oh, you play basketball, don't you? I'm guessing.
Basketball?
I feel
No.
like he does. He seems.
Don't you see his poster right behind him?
Oh, I see baseball. I didn't even.
I see basketball too, so yeah.
Well, you
Yeah.
see Duke up there too.
Oh, yep. Oh, exactly. Exactly. I see that too.
But if you look around my room, I've got about 8 baseball bobbleheads above me and 12 balls. So,
So you're
no,
a baseball guy?
yeah, I stopped playing baseball this year and focused purely on track because I couldn't do play high school baseball and run track. So I baseball. Right now I'm just doing baseball and track. Last year, or I'm sorry, track and cross country is what I'm doing now. I played basketball for 2 years. Didn't play this year. I might be playing baseball again next year.
That's cool.
Mhm.
Wait, what position were you playing at for basketball?
Um,
Point guard.
I was usually like a 4 or 5.
Wait, what? Okay. I think there's another question, maybe? No. No. Victor, do you have any questions?
Um, feel like okay. So, what is your ultimate goal for YouTube? Like subscriber goal to the point where you'd be like, I'm famous and YouTube is life, and I'll never quit, and I'm stacked up.
I'd say maybe 300,000 subs.
Mhm.
But 25. Honestly, I was back in late last year, late 2014. I was getting 2,000 subs a month, and it was awesome. And I was on pace to hit 50,000 this year. I was like, wow, this is amazing. And then January hit, earnings went down, subscribers went down. No idea why. And now, like, ooh, things is going so much slower. I'm on pace for like 30,000 by the end of the year. So I'm grateful for what I have. I'm not complaining, but it changes. I don't really know what to expect, but I'm hoping by the time I graduate high school in 3 years or 2 years or something, I'm hoping for 10 to 100K.
Yeah.
You'd probably be on that level.
Yeah, I hope so.
God darn it, I was going to ask you something. Oh, wait.
Oh yeah, Apps on Fire runs track too. Yeah, let's see.
What's it called? Do you think, so the OnePlus 2 has USB Type-C. Do you think, companies gonna start implementing USB Type-C with their smartphones anytime soon?
I feel like Samsung might, because they're always putting the newest tech in their phones.
Yeah, but what's the point of USB Type-C in devices if its only use is only like reversible? Like there's no
You know,
advantage.
there is other use. Just you won't need HDMI cables for phones anymore. You will need a lot of things. That one port does
Yeah,
everything.
yeah. It's like the
That's the thing with
universal
it.
port.
Yeah, it's universal.
Huh.
You can just connect it to your TV. Boom, it's linked to your display. Yeah, it's a powerful. I don't know how they were able to make
But
that.
then
That's pretty
doesn't
cool.
the TV have to be USB Type C?
I guess. I think if we go USB Type C, everything should be to USB Type C because I don't see the point of going it. There's no need for putting USB Type C on a phone now. Just like there's no need to putting a 2K display or 4K display on our phone. But we're gonna see somebody put a 4K display on a phone eventually in a year or two, because just how fast smartphone technology is moving. But yeah, USB Type C is not necessary
But like, what
now.
do you guys think is going to be like smartphone in the future, like 5 years from now? Do you think it's going to be still this dimension?
Nope, never. No, I mean I still see the same dimension, but the way like smartphones, oh my gosh, their pace, it's so fast. Like the way like all the technology that's being implemented onto smartphone is just really crazy. Like it's still hard to believe that there's smartphones with fingerprint scanners, and they don't even have other technology. Like it's just really surprising. And then now we
I
have,
yeah.
huh? Yeah, that's what I was basically gonna say. I even forgot what I was about to finish off with.
But like last year, I thought it was going to be like, ooh, bendable phones, like because bendable phones was like pretty hyped last year, but now you don't see that much phone
Yeah, I don't think that's gonna even happen. Cause,
bendable phones.
'cause when it does happen, I think it's gonna be like annoying to use a phone. There's no such, yeah, it's not gonna scratch, crack, but I mean it's gonna scratch, yeah, but like it's a bendable phone. Who cares?
Yeah,
It's
the LG G Flex was just a bust. Like, who cares? The
yeah.
self-healing thing was dumb.
Yeah,
Like, but 5 years from now, I see a smartphone with a 4K display. I guarantee it. We already have smartphones with 2K displays, which is already crazy enough. And we're gonna see some type of. We're gonna see Retina eyes, like like the real Retina scanners for your eyes. I see that. I see like a crazy DSLR digital camera that you could use lens with on a cell phone. I see things like that on phones from 5 years from now, just because of how fast it's moving.
yeah. I'm surprised
But battery life technology is something companies don't care about, which is annoying.
there's a lot of innovation lately, like about batteries because it's been a problem, and then there's gonna be like batteries are like, oh, it charges in like 5 seconds. I think that's gonna be the
Yeah,
future.
yeah. Maybe like it's either gonna the speeds charging speeds are gonna get faster or batteries are gonna get bigger in 5 years. One of those, or both could happen. I
Yeah,
mean, we already
Yeah,
have the Moto X, whatever it's Play that already has a. It's still pretty. It's not fat, but it still has like 3,500 over 3,500 milliamp battery.
yeah. I think companies are finding that it's too hard to make battery life better, so instead they're going to focus on the next best thing, which is faster charging.
yeah,
But I mean, when you're out and about, away from your house and away from fast charging external batteries, that's not going to be any help.
yeah.
I see it. But do
Um,
you think, you know how people are talking about how micro SD cards are dying out? Do you think it's literally gonna die out, or do you think it's just it's gonna die for some companies, for example, Samsung?
Yeah, I think it's going away because flash storage is becoming cheaper and easier to put into phones and higher capacities. So, I mean, in a couple of years, I guarantee Samsung will have a 256 gig phone.
200.
So, yeah,
That's gonna be
Yeah, yeah,
crazy.
no,
they already
I
have
see that. I see
128.
that. I could
Yeah,
see
I see
that too.
that.
Like we already have a 128 gigabyte phone, so that's already crazy enough. Like that's as much as like my PS3 could handle, which is crazy.
Wait, who was the first company that came out with 120 gigabytes? Was that Apple with the iPad Air?
I
Or was it?
Maybe.
Hair's blacked out.
You see
Freaking.
me?
all right, now I can hear you again.
Well, I think it was the iPad. Was it the 4? Um, because the iPad 3 or the iPad 4 brought Lightning and then a faster
Yeah,
processor and
yeah.
128 gig option.
Because I have the iPad 3 and I know the iPad 4. Tyler, you have the iPad 4, don't you?
Yeah, I have the iPad with 16 gigabytes version.
Ooh,
Same.
iPad 3. I got my iPad Air too.
God damn it.
Man, I need to upgrade. I'm like,
I love it.
truly the iPad 3 is like slowly why are they still updating it? It's like, it's getting really slow the more they keep updating it. Like, it can't
Touch
handle
ID,
iOS 8.
Touch ID on the iPad Air 2 is awesome.
Is it really?
Yeah, it's so fast. Here, let me show you. If you can even see that. It works
Dang.
perfectly.
Yeah, it is really fast. Yeah, I need to get an iPad Air.
The only problem is that when you're playing audio, it does vibrate the iPad since it's so thin. You can just like feel it humming on the back. It's
Oh
Really?
yeah, I hate that. That bothers my hands when I'm holding up. Do you like what do you think how about Project Aura? Where do you see it going? They were talking about late 2015.
Isn't
I
Project
don't,
Aura already in Costa Rica or like Dominican Republic? Isn't
I
it?
don't, what?
Like Project Aura, isn't it already?
I think I don't know. I heard something like that, but I don't know.
I think they like this says something about that in Google.
But is that something you would put investment to when it comes out? I mean, of course we are tech, but like
Yeah.
even if you were not like a tech type of guy, would you?
No, I think
Would
for
you?
for mainstream, people don't want to tinker with their stuff. They want to buy a phone and forget about it. And I think it might be 5, 10 years before anything like that starts to even become mainstream.
I think it's just not. I mean, I think it's cool and all, but I don't. Yeah, like you said, I don't think anybody's gonna really care for it. Just like nobody really cares for mobile payment or NFC. I think it's gonna be that time. But again, I don't know. I don't know. It could go either direction at the end of the day when you think about it, because there's never been something like Project Aura, or nobody has really even thought of anything like that.
I
So,
bet Apple is working on a project similar to that, like secretly, and
yeah.
when it comes out, it's gonna be
No,
revolutionary.
no, this is gonna happen. Project R is gonna come out. Then 2 years after, or 3 years after Project R is out, Apple is gonna invent some type of, change
Like
up.
modular phones, and then
And
it's
then
gonna be the
boom,
next.
that's when people are gonna start buying modular phones, something
And
like
then
that.
by then, Project Aura is already left behind.
Yeah, we could see something like that.
Yeah.
So yes, all right. I think that's gonna do it for this live stream. Since how long have we been on? For
I
15
just came
minutes.
back. Well,
Who? No, I said I think that's about to like end this live stream. Unless you
yeah.
do you have anything else other than telling Harris to say I'm a cool cat.
Oh yeah. Okay. So Harris, we do this tradition where at the end of the live stream, guests have to say, "I am a cool cat," and then we
As-
end the live stream right after.
it doesn't make sense, but act like it does. And you have to say fancy too.
Yeah, like I am. A
We'll
cool.
explain it to you later.
Yeah. You have to. Okay.
Are you ready?
Thank you guys for watching. And then Harris Craycraft, do you have any last words?
Right now?
Yeah,
Am I going? I am a cool cat.
that's perfect. He kind of said it like Austin Evans.
All right. Thanks for watching, guys. I'm gonna catch you guys in probably next year.